Alright, today we're looking at one of the new Zenith Firearms imported Turkish MKE pistols. This is the Z5RS, chambered for the 9mm NATO Parabellum Luger, whatever you prefer cartridge. This is a contract or factory or license built MP5 style semi-automatic pistol. It has a 8.9-inch cold hammer forged barrel with 3-lug adapter. It is also threaded 1/2 by 28 as on an AR-15 up here, so it can take suppressors or whatever you like, and it comes with this thread protector. Comes with the slim handguard you see, which is what Turkey puts on their MP5 type guns. Has other standard MP5 features. It does have the flapper mag release here. As with the POFs, it has a push pin lower. Just comes out. Now I can get it back in on the camera. There we go. Standard MP5 style rear sights, hooded front post, standard charging handle. It has what looks to me like an A3 style end cap that's been modified just for a pistol. It has the sling loop on it. Pin comes right out. This pulls right off. If a person were to file for an SBR or wanted to convert this into a carbine by putting on a muzzle extension, either using the 3-lug or the threads, you could then just slide a buttstock right on. It has mounting points on the top for an HK claw mount. It is marked MKE, made in Turkey, all that stuff. These just came out this May 2015. Some of you might know that 5 years ago, ATI imported the AT94 series. There was a AT94P, which was a pistol similar to this. However, it had a 16-inch heavy barrel, and it did not have the push pin. It had the shelf type lower, and for some reason it did not come with the handguard. There was also the AT94A2, which was a carbine version that was limited to 10 rounds. This one, as with the AT94P, takes standard high-capacity double-stack magazines, no modifications. They hold 30 rounds. Nice tight fit, very little play at all. Nice kind of dull military grade painted over Parkerized type finish. Roller delayed, roller lock if you prefer. Blowback system. A very nice feeling trigger, especially for being a HK type weapon. If you notice, it uses a very similar polymer lower to a military gun, which would be SEF, but the F is of course blocked off and the selector doesn't go past, but at least it looks the part, has the detent and everything. This is, as I said, this is the Z5. It is specifically the Z5RS, which has caused some consternation because traditionally RS stands for reverse stretch, which is actually an MP5K type barrel on a full-size MP5 receiver. However, with the Z5RS, as you can see, it's essentially a full-size MP5 A2, A3 style. MKE in Turkey has a license from HK of Germany to produce their firearms. They produce G3 types, they produce HK33 types, and they produce MP5 types, including the K and the full size. I believe they also produce the SD, the integrated suppressed version, but of course those aren't eligible for importation. So It's a full size, it's their version. As you can see, over here when we first started, it comes in this very nice fitted case. And it comes with these 3 mags, each marked MKE, each holds 30 rounds. Comes with a cleaning kit, including spare takedown pins in case you lose or damage what you've got. It comes with a HK style 3-point sling. It comes with a Weaver rail or Picatinny rail mount that has the claw style that goes right onto the top of the receiver for attaching optics. Of course, you hear the screws are loose in there. It has this flexible cleaning rope, and it is sized for the 9-inch barrel. The shorter guns come with a shorter one for their barrels. Flexible rope goes with the cleaning kit. Comes with a very large manual. It has a kind of funny, has a warranty card in here. You don't see many modern guns with warranties anymore. Warranty cards, actually. These do have a 5-year importer's warranty. These are made to original HK specifications. These are not technically clones because HK has licensed MKE to produce their guns. These are not clones. These just came out. MSRP on them is $17.99 for everything as you see here with the kit. Other prices might be up or down or sideways depending on the dealers you purchase from, but that's MSRP. When you consider most clones are $2,000 and up, $2,000 to $2,500, and I do use the name legitimately because of the US made ones. This isn't a bad buy considering the extras they give you, especially if you don't already own an MP5 type weapon and you could use the sling, the cleaning kit, the mags, the scope mount. It gives you everything in one handy package. So this is the first of the MKEs that we've shown. They just came in this week. You see it comes in an MKE logo case. It's actually the right size. If I don't have the sling in the way, I can close it. Similar to the old ATI cases, but again it has the fitting inside. That's what you get. Alrighty, we'll move on. Now we're moving on to another of the Zenith imported MKEs. This is the Z5K. Z5's curves. It comes with the same accessory package as the Z5RS. 3 magazines, cleaning kit, has a shorter cleaning rod for the shorter barrel. And it comes with a 2-point sling instead of a 3-point. The Z5K, not surprisingly, is a semi-automatic version of the HK MP5K, which is the self-defense sized MP5. It has a 4.5-inch barrel, shortened forend. The receiver in the back is shortened about a half an inch. It has a block with the sling swivel on it for a single-point sling. The rear sights are a little bit different in that they're open notched for being a pistol, often called castle-style rear sights. Same type of system, just a different type of sight on there. It still supports the scope mount on the top. The lower is a little bit shortened in the back to comply with the larger thing. This is still a push pin gun. Still flapper mag release. Short. The bolt inside is shortened. Also has a very nice filling trigger. Really, it's for HKs. These are nice triggers. They're really nice guns, honestly. They're very nice welds, as you can see here. Very machined down well. Even up here. Right here at the cocking tube, just well done. Nice finish. They come well oiled. The original MP5K was first developed in the 70s, and they released it in 76, 77. It was a pistol. It had the same end cap, but it had a vertical foregrip. Obviously, because to make this legal for both import and just Title I sales, the vertical foregrip is done away with. But it's light enough at about 4 pounds. It's maybe 4.5. You can hold it with 2 hands very easily using the grip. Or if you'd like to apply for an AOW, you can put a vertical grip up here. Those hand guards are easy to find, including real MKE ones. Or if you want to file for an SBR, this end plate comes off and it'll take a standard MP5K PDW chote style side folding stock. MKE has been producing the MP5K under license just as they have the full size. So this is why this is an exact variant or contract copy of the HK. You've seen our other videos, the POFs. There's the POF MP5KX or POF MP5PK. They are what are known as reverse stretch guns. This is because Pakistan, though they had a license to produce the MP5, when it came time to make their compact version, they went their own route and made their own pattern, so it's a little different. It's kind of a mix between the full-size MP5 and the MP5K. It has the MP5K front end, but then the receiver is an MP5 style. But this is a true K. It does not have the third sling hook on the mag well, as you can see. It does not have the sling pin in the front, right there. And it has the flush fit muzzle. Very nice weapon. It's under 13 inches tip to tip, so just over 1 foot long, all told. Takes standard high capacity magazines. The POFs do come, at least some of them, with 15 round mags. The MKEs just come with the standard 30. Unfortunately, it'd be nice if they did sell at least one of the 15s with it. They also have a version of this called the Z5P, as in PDW, which is identical to this, except it has a slightly longer barrel, whereas this one, as I said, is 4.5 inches. The PDW version has a 5.8 inch. It's extended out, so it has a 3-lug adapter on it, and also the same threading as the full size. Essentially, it has the same muzzle end as the Z5RS. So if you're running a suppressor or want to put on a flash hider, that might be a better choice. But if you like the compactness, this one is over 1.25 inches shorter. So it has just, I personally think the stubby muzzle end is interesting. It looks neat. That's just my taste. So it comes in the same kind of fitted box as you saw. Same accessories in the cleaning kit. I will say this. I like these fitted boxes. They are very nice. They're made of very durable plastic. However, if you do intend on SBRing or even AOWing your weapon, as you can see, it will not fit. This also goes for the full size. If you had a vertical grip here, it wouldn't go in. So they're only good if you keep the weapon in stock form. If you even had a stock over here, it wouldn't fit. There's not enough room in the back for the hinge. So they're great for presentation when you buy them new, but if you try to modify them, you'll have to get a different case, unfortunately. Other than that, though, no complaints. These are very well packaged. They come inside a cardboard box, inside this hard case. So they're trying very hard for them to be very good looking when they come in, and also to make sure they arrive undamaged. And because they are HKs, they're durable. For information on the MP5, pretty much look anywhere on the internet. It's everywhere. That's why I'm not going too much into the history. It's a classic. Came out in 1966, so it's been around nearly 50 years. It doesn't seem like it's that old, but they have. And as I said, the K version came out 10 years later in 1976. They're roller lock guns based on the German G3, which HK made a whole family out of to great success. The roller lock system is nice in these short pistols because it actually helps tame recoil. Even though the gun is quite light and very short, even shooting 9mm plus P out of it, it has very little muzzle climb or muzzle flip or twist because that roller lock delays the bolt just enough to help spread out the recoil impulse. So it's a very nice thing. Stay tuned. We'll have a small video of shooting the full size. Sorry we didn't have any time to video shooting a K today, but we'll try to do that next time. We did run. The K ran fantastic. Very surprised right out of the box. The full size ran great as well as a pistol. Had no problems with it. They both run well as they should. They're contract guns, and the old ATI guns ran very well. Zenith has done a great job when it comes to making these just like the original HKs. They do not have the heavier barrels. They have the push pin lowers. They have a military grade finish. They did their best while still adhering to import regulations and ATF, NFA regulations as far as what we can have as Title I firearms. But they went out of their way and tried very hard to make these like the originals, and that sticks for all the Z5s. Just to clear up one point, there's been some internet lore about them not taking high cap mags. All of the Zenith pistols, even the 223s that are going to be out next month, will take standard high cap HK magazines. So it's great to see the POFs on the market. It's also great to see these new MKEs. It's a really good time for the HK roller lock. Thanks for tuning in.